I did the PIDToolBox. How you do the toolbox, download the PIDToolBox, make sure you have the latest version. Because I had PIDToolBox from like ever ago. I kept trying to load the FETtec alpha in there, even though they did support for it in, you know, the latest update for FETtec alpha. I didn't think about updating fucking PIDToolBox. So that was my first 3 days. I'm like, why ain't this fucking working? It's like, well, maybe I better update PIDToolBox. I fucking updated it. So anyway, what you want to do is when you get your logs, okay, you want to put them somewhere in your computer. Say these are my logs. These are my logs, okay? Here's all the logs from yesterday. Because I delete them as I go. I'll log a whole day, and then I'll run them logs, and I record them logs with like OBS Studio and shit. That way I can see what I was doing with it. And then I'll just delete them. And then I put a fresh one in, and I would go from there. So, you take this, whatever, bring up another, and then you want to bring up your PIDToolBox folder. So you go into it, and you hit it again, you hit this main folder, you double click it, and then you come over here, and you select all your logs, then you bring them over, and you drop them. You put them right there. If you don't do that, it's not going to read them. And that's when you open up PIDToolBox. So now that I went ahead and I put the files in there. Let me move me over here. So now what you're going to do is you're going to select, yes, FETtec. Yeah, that's one of the other reasons it wouldn't read before I updated it, because it didn't have this included. So now you can select Quicksilver also. How about that? Anyway, you select FETtec. I heard people running Quicksilver on 5 inches, and I heard it's pretty fucking good. That's all new to me, so we might be going down that rabbit hole real soon, because you know me, I can't leave anything alone. So, all right. So after you select FETtec, you're gonna go ahead and hit select, and here are all the logs that I put into the main folder of PIDToolBox. You look at the bytes. See here, 2.00. That one's 3.7. Then you got these ones in between that are 1 byte, 0 byte, blah blah blah. Do not bring those over, because it'll up and make it. Take my word for it. Next. All right, that one. That one. That one. We'll just select 3 of them and open. All right. If you look right here, this black line is the gyro, and the red line is your set point. But it's on point. It's on the set point. There is no gap. There's hardly any gap whatsoever. But anyway, okay. You want to go into your step response tool. All right. And then you're going to select either one of those or all 3 of them. You can select all 3. I usually do 1 at a time, but we'll do all 3 for the hell of it. And then you want to put your Y correction and hit run. And there you go. What you want is you want this to come up as quick as possible. That's your set point right there. You want it to come up and then level out with this set point line. That middle dotted line is your set point. Well, if you overshoot, you gotta add D-gain. So if you notice here on the green one, look at these PIDs I was using, by the way. Wait till you see the PIDs I ended with. I was all the way down because I was afraid of increasing my D-gain